I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Conscious woman or man, be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Your consciousness has power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Conscious woman or man, be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Your consciousness as power. at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashivoham, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present. by being ferocious with yourself. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvaditam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavaditam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, we welcome all the devotees, disciples, viewers, and Kailaya Vasis joining us for today's Devi Parashakti Akashic reading segment, manifesting through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Maha Sannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Here we have a few security measures from KAILASA's National Security Agency, as well as the important cautions for today's session. We welcome all Kailaya Vasis attending from Kailasa monasteries, gurukuls, temples, ashrams, and centers from across the globe. We welcome all the Facebook, Instagram, Nithyananda TV, Kailasa TV, Hinduism Now TV, Twitter, YouTube viewers, and all those blessed to have the Naina Diksha, the two-way video conferencing, who are joining us for today's sacred spiritual program. Parashakti, the divine cosmic mother. Devi, the ultimate pure feminine consciousness, is the cosmic mother. She is the source Shakti. It is her cosmic womb, the Brahmanda Yoni, from which billions and billions of universes comes out and go in, source of the Big Bang and the black hole. Devi Parashakti is the divine consort of Paramashiva, who is the primordial god of Hinduism. First and foremost, relationship in life is mother. The ability to learn, even ideas to relate, starts with the mother. Mother is an important way to connect what you think as life. In Vedic tradition, our rishis were aware your ability to connect with the mother should be directed to cosmos. It should inspire, it should awaken your higher consciousness. It should inspire your higher consciousness to express through you. Connecting with life as mother is the most sweetest, most beautiful, and most easiest form to ever connect. This is revealed beautifully by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And today, out of his extreme love, compassion, and gratitude, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is manifesting Devi Parashakti herself and gracing us, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. Let us now understand what is the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Sama is oneness and Adhi means source. So Samadhi means one with the source. Bhava means attitude or aspect. Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through this aspect. Darshan means to have a glimpse of. In the Vedic tradition, it is used to describe the moment we behold a deity, an avatar, a saint, or an enlightened being, as just seeing such a being can cleanse the karmas of lifetimes and create a deep, lasting transformation in the receiver. Darshan is the powerful superconscious vibration that is present around an avatar at all times. He simply radiates darshan just as the sun continuously radiates light. The auspicious moment when you are able to catch it becomes the moment of darshan for you, raising you to the next level of superconscious breakthrough, like hitting the reset button on your being. Let us now understand a few fundamental truths about the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan. The first one being that the divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from KAILASA, which is the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and through incarnations. The divine cosmic beings manifest through Archavataras in the temples and through Bhava Samadhi Darshans, through the Nijavataras, the incarnations. Bhava Samadhi Darshan is the science of the Nijavatara manifesting Paramashiva, the Supreme Consciousness. Devi Parashakti expresses through the being of Raja Jeshwari and manifests as Nijavatara, the physical form of Devi Meenakshi. The Archavatara reflects the consciousness and manifestation of the superconscious energy, but human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Archavatara directly. The avatar comes down to bridge the gap and create the experience of the superconscious energy in all of us. Bhava Samadhi awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every human being. During darshan, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform our lives. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the incarnation. Mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. The Akashic readings. Akashic readings are not readings from the cosmic archives. They are not predictions. Beyond time, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. The dimension of time starts the past, the present, and the future. Because the Akashic records are stored in the Akasha, which is the space dimension, there is no past, no present, and no future. And that is why what you call as happened, happening, and need to happen are clearly already recorded. We are now going to be introducing the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Maha, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, who is the reviver of KAILASA, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors, who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities a lifestyle for humanity. Before the year 1981, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was identified as the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva by spiritual adepts and enlightened masters of Hinduism. In the year 1981, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was initiated into the Bala Sannyas and Chaturmasya at the age of 3. In the year 1988, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the future Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Tondai Mandaladinam, which is the oldest monastic university. In the year 1994, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism became the successor of Arunachala Sarvagyapeetham by Guru Parampara. In the year 1999, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded the mission, the Nithyananda Sangha, to revive KAILASA internationally. In this same year, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also coronated as the successor of Kashi Sarvagyapeetham. Here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being declared as the successor of Arunachala Sarvagyapeetham by Guru Parampara. Here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is founding the Nithyananda Sangha to revive KAILASA internationally at the age of 21. In that same year, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also coronated as the successor of Kashi Sarvagyapeetham. In the year 2002, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded Adi KAILASA Sarvagyapeetham. In the year 2004, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as the successor of Bhahyanagar Tripurasundari Sarvagyapeetham. In this same year, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also coronated as the incumbent emperor of Suryavamshi Solanki Samrajya of the Suryavamsha lineage. Here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founding the Nithyananda Sangha, Adi KAILASA Sarvanya Peetham, at the age of 24. Here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as the successor of Bhakyanagara Tripurasundari Peetham at the age of 26. Here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is being coronated as the incumbent emperor of Suryavamshi Solanki Samrajya of the Suryavamsha lineage, also at the age of 26. In the year 2007, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as the Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Adi Pallava Sarvanya Peetham. In the same year, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also declared as the Mahamandaleshwar of Maha Akhada. In the year 2012, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the 293rd Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Madurai Shyamala Peetha Sarvanya Peetham, which is the oldest Hindu papal state and the monastic kingdom. Here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reviving the Adi Pallava Sarvanya Peetham at the age 29. Here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is being coronated as the 293rd Jagat Guru Maha Sannidhanam of KAILASA Shyamala Peetha Sarvanya Peetham. In the year 2013, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was officially coronated as the Mahamandaleshwar, which is the supreme spiritual head of the Maha Akhada, which is the largest apex monastic order, as the youngest Mahamandaleshwar. In the year 2013, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as the Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Atal Akhada, which is the oldest monastic order in Hinduism, by Acharya Mahamandaleshwar Sukhdevanandaji Maharaj, the then incumbent spiritual head. In the year 2014, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Tanjavur Adinam. Here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being officially coronated as the Mahamandaleshwar of Maha Akhada, which is the largest apex monastic order, as the youngest Mahamandaleshwar at the age of 36. Here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is being coronated as Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Tanjavur Adinam. And in the year 2014, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Tiruvarur Adinam, Vedaranyam Adinam, and Panchanadikulam. Here you can see the Guru Parampara in the coronation of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as the Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Tiruvarur Adinam. Here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being coronated as Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Vedaranyam Adinam. In the year 2015, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Dharma Mukti Swargoparam. In the same year, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also coronated as the Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Adipita Koladamat, and in this year, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 spiritual leaders. Here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being coronated as the Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Dharma Mukti Swargoparam. Here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is being coronated as the Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Adipita Koladamat. And here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is being elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu pontiffs. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for the past 28 years has done relentless humanitarian services and initiatives, including free vegetarian food, medical services, natural disaster relief, women empowerment initiatives, conflict resolution and peace initiatives, sustainable Hindu practices through various international agencies and bodies. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has authored over 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil and Sanskrit, translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. Over 20 million copies of the books and articles have been sold, read and downloaded. Establisher of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures and over 20 million digital books. Revered as the most prolific and most viewed guru in the digital world, read and watched by 1 billion followers in Hinduism. Over 10,000 hours of discourses and over 1 billion views on social media. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is respected as a commentator of all sacred scriptures such as the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gita, Jain Sutras, and so on. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is honored as a leader of Hinduism, the most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader. He is also acclaimed as one of the top 100 spiritually influential living personalities by Watkins' Mind, Body, Spirit magazine. The Sovereign Order of KAILASA, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns, and Hindu diaspora, are working for global peace and to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Establisher of the largest Hindu university in the world with satellite campuses in 150 countries, and establisher of more than 1,000 Kailasa Enlightenment ecosystems. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also the founder and reviver of over 100 Sarvanya Peethams. And so now with this, we're going to be moving on to the next segment, which is seeing how the Divine Feminine Consciousness is unique to Hinduism. The unique contribution to the spiritual consciousness from the Vedic tradition is the sacred feminine worship. Even if everything from what the Vedic tradition gave becomes lost, just if the sacred feminine tradition alone is there, the whole thing can be revived back, because that is the seed. Hinduism has at least 10,000 sampradayas or subsects. If all sampradayas are lost for some reason, and only this one sampradaya, the Devi worship, remains, the whole thing can be brought back, because the whole thing is centered on this one, the Mother worship. Mother worship carries the blueprint, the hologram of the whole Vedic tradition. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism beautifully says that sacred feminine worship is a hologram of the Vedic tradition. There is no enlightened being on the planet Earth without worshipping the sacred feminine, including me. I am basically a Shakta. I myself follow Devi worship. From the beginning, if you see my biography, and all the deities I carved, the darshan I had, they are all mother-based, Devi-based. These are the direct words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the 17th of September 2010. Here, in this video, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expands on how Hinduism is the most feminist religion.
In Hinduism, not just religion, even the Hindu economy, Hindu social system, everything is feminist. The women-centered, everything is feminist. When time comes, I'll try to reveal more details about it. How the women is the foundation of Hindu civilization. They formed the basis of Hindu civilization. Someone asked Ramakrishna when he was in deathbed. Literally, everyone knows that he is going to leave the body soon. I should not use the word deathbed for the great incarnations like him. They never die, but the time to leave their body. Everyone knows that he is going to leave the body. Close, sincere devotees of him, they come and ask him, Bhagavan, how can you leave the body so soon? Still, you have not trained enough people to continue your mission. Only few boys are trained and they are too young. He smiles and says, one woman is enough to carry my mission She is already trained. Sharada Devi. She is trained enough. She will be the foundation from which this Ramakrishna Sampradaya, this whole civilization, revival will start. And that's true. It is she, Parashakti, Jagat Janani, Sharada Devi. She formed the foundation for this whole Ramakrishna Sampradaya to flower. I tell you, in Hindu civilization, spirituality, religion, Hindu economy, everything is centered on mother, on women.
Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says very beautifully, Shiva is Brahman, but Devi has the key to reach Brahman. Unless she opens, nobody can reach. Very beautifully he describes a house scene. Even though husband is the owner, the key to the house will be on the hip of the mother. Either you have to fall at the feet of the mother, or the small sons of the mother. Only they can touch that place and remove the key. Nobody else can touch. So either surrender to the mother, or people who are closer to the mother who can reach. Here we have a Shastra Pramana from the Devi Upanishad, 2nd verse. Devi replies, I am essentially Brahman. From me, the world comprising Prakriti and Purusha, the void and the plenum. I am bliss and non-bliss. Knowledge and ignorance are myself. Brahman and non-Brahman are to be known, says the scripture of the Atharvana Vedas. I am the 5 elements, as also what is different from them. I am the entire world. I am the Veda, as well as what is different from it. I am the unborn, I am the born. Below and above and around am I. Devi, the ultimate pure feminine consciousness, Parashakti, is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes comes out and go in, source where the Big Bang and black hole goes on. Parashakti is the source, source Shakti, source energy, source power, from which all of us came, in which all of us are even now, in which all of us are going to merge back into. Out of her extreme love and compassion, Devi Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, gracing us, answering all our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. Here, Devi Parashakti, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, manifesting Devi Parashakti in her own words, expands upon how the significance of her happening and also the reason behind the Akashic readings.
Om, Om, Om. Om, Om, Om. ஓமெனும் ஓங்காரத்து உட்பொருளாய் மலர்ந்து உயிர்த்தெழுந்து இறையனார் இடப்பாகத்திருந்து குமரிக்கண்டம் ஆளும் மீனாட்சி மலர்ந்தேன் இங்கு நல்லருள் செய்திடவும் நல்வாக்கு தந்திடவும் ஆனந்தம் ஞானத்தொடு பூரண அன்பு ஏகம் அநேகமாய் ஆகிய இப்புவுலகிற்கு பரமசிவன் ஞானம் தர வந்தேன் பராசக்தி மீனாட்சி. அருளாட்சி அரசாட்சி பொருளாட்சியோடு நன்மாட்சிமையோடு ஆட்சி செய்யும் பராசக்தி மீனாட்சி நான். கருணையே வடிவாய் கண்மலர்ந்து நன்மை செய்திட வந்திட்டேன். மாந்தர்கள் கேளுங்கள் இந்த பெருநன்மை சத்தியத்தை. கேட்டு நீங்கள் வாழ்ந்திட கேடும் பெருந்துக்கமும் உங்களுக்கில்லை. கேட்டிடுங்கள். இவ்வினாடி என்னை கண்டுகொண்டும் கேட்டுக்கொண்டும் இருக்கும் உங்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் நான் அளிக்கும் தீட்சை. நானே நினைப்பும் மறப்பும் கடந்த உயிர்ப்பாய் உங்கள் எல்லோருக்குள்ளும் இருக்கின்றேன். பரமசிவோஹம் 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 பரமசிவோஹம். இதை தீட்சையாய் ஏற்று இதே உணர்வோடு அமர்ந்திருங்கள். உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் எல்லா நன்மையும் வரமும் ஞானமும் அருளும் அளிக்கின்றேன். ஓங்காரத்தின் உட்பொருளாய் வேதமொடு ஆகமம் மெய்யாய் வெளிப்பட்டு உபவேதங்கள் உபாகமங்கள் அனைத்துமாய் உயர்ந்து நின்று தத்துவங்கள் ஆராய் உண்மையை செப்பி ஜகம் முழுவதும் ஞானம் அளிக்கும் பாரதி பராசக்தி மீனாட்சி நான். ஆய கலைகள் 64 உடலும் மனமும் உயர்வை அடைந்திடும் பரமசிவ சக்திகளை உங்களுக்குள் மலர்த்தவே வந்திருக்கின்றேன். அஷ்ட சித்திகளும் அஷ்ட கன்மமும் ஆதி சக்தி பரமேஸ்வரியாய் மலர்ந்து உங்கள் அத்துணை பேருக்கும் ஆனந்தம் அளிக்கின்றேன். அஞ்சாதீர், ஆனந்தத்தோடிருப்பீர். ஓம் 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 ஹ்ரீம் 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 ஓம் ஹ்ரீம். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
In the words of Devi Parashakti herself, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Hemkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles, the KAILASA Swamini, who is in KAILASA Shripura Chintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani Meenakshi, as Nithyananda, I took Nijavatara here. To give good boon to everyone, to bestow all goodness, Hiranya Garbhasvarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shyami, Chandramoli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma, Parvati, Savitri, Navayovana, Samrajya Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi, taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion, I am blessing. Listen, people. To do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara. Now that we have heard from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, from Devi Parashakti, the reason for her happening, the significance of it, and let us now see how the best way we can receive Devi Parashakti. When we see Devi Parashakti, we are literally seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti together at that moment. She is there on our screen traditionally. So for that reason, we should keep 2 betel leaves, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 2 coins in front of the screen. Watch Devi. Coin is considered to be the traditional dakshina in Hindu tradition. It can be of the lowest value. In India, it can even be 1 paisa. In USA, it can be a cent even. I am not trying to monetize. Keep even 1 cent, it is okay. So for 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. In India, even 1 paisa is okay. Offer that to Devi. After the darshan is over, do namaskar and eat the banana, the betel leaf and the betel nut. Take it as prasadam immediately. Collect those coins and send it to the LA temple. This betel leaf, betel nut may look too small, but in few days, you will see how much it adds to your sentiment that really she is there. You will not take Devi Darshan for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous, unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to powerful cognition. It will break your unconscious behavior. Here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expands on the best way to prepare to receive the grace and blessings of Devi Parashakti.
I wanted to give you one sacred secret to all of you. Do this Panchabhuta Yoga. See, whenever you want to ask any question to Devi and receive the answer, on that day, do this Panchabhuta Yoga. Means, apply only mud on the body and take bath. Don't apply any chemical on the body to take bath. Just that Puttuman means that anthill mud. Only that apply on the body and take bath. Don't apply anything else. That is mud. Earth part, earth component. Second, water. Drink only water that day. Don't eat, drink, don't do anything other than drinking water. When you come for the Parashakti's Akashic reading, at least for a few hours prepare yourself. Maybe 10 hours ahead. Just drink only water and keep yourself active. Third, the fire in your stomach should be allowed to burn without any food dumped on it. Just the pure fire. You can chant Omkara to intensify it, or Mahavagya, Ajapa Japa, but pure fire. No food, nothing. That pure fire should be encouraged. And just be in the free air, open space, breathing the whole sky at least few hours before. And intensely unclutch to get the power of the space, Akasha. See, listen. Akasha is an intense energy. Just like the other bhutas, like earth, water, fire, air, the Akasha also is a pure consciousness. It is intelligence, living energy. Once you start unclutching, you manifest Akasha's energy in you, consciousness in you. So do this Panchabhuta Yoga. Your questions will be surely answered immediately by Parashakti. If you just do this Panchabhuta Yoga and come for the Devi's Akashic reading, she will simply answer your questions. I'll repeat. Apply the ant hill mud and take bath, or even clay. Don't use any other chemical. Take bath just with the mud. Second, drink only water. No other food or juice at least for 10 hours ahead. If possible, that whole day. Third, intensify the Agni in your stomach without dumping any food on it. Just through the Omkara, Ajapa, Ajapa, ignite it, intensify it. Fourth, walk around and breathe in an open space at least for a few hours before. Fifth, try to unclutch as intensely as possible to receive the Akasha energy, Chitambara, Chitambara, that energy of cosmic space. With this Panchabhuta Yoga, come to Parashakti's Akashic reading. Surely she will answer your questions.
We are now going to be seeing the various revelations Devi Parashakti has made to the world on the 12th of May 2021.
Om 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 Omgaratuyarndu பாங்காய் வேதமுடு ஆகமமாய் வெளிப்பட்டு ஹ்ரீங்காரமாய் மலர்ந்து பரஷோடசியாய் நிறைந்து 40 முக்கோணம் வாழும் கையிலை ஸ்ரீபுரச் சிந்தாமணி கிருகத்தில் இருக்கும் கைலாச சுவாமினி பரஷோடசி பரமசிவன் பாகம் அமர்ந்து பாராளும் பரமேஸ்வரி பரமசக்தி மனோன்மணி மீனாட்சி நித்யானந்தனாய் நிஜாவதாரம் கொண்டேன் இங்கு எல்லோர்க்கும் நல்வரம் தந்திட எல்லா நன்மையும் அருளிட ஹிரண்ய கர்ப்பஸ்வரூபிணி பிரம்மாண்டயோனி சாம்பவி சந்திரமௌலி ரபலா அபர்ணா உமா பார்வதி சாவித்ரி நவயௌவன சாம்ராஜ்யலக்ஷ்மி பரமேஸ்வரி பரஷோடசி மீனாட்சி நித்யானந்தனாய் உருக்கொண்டு இங்கு நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்தேன். அருட்பெருங்கருணையினால் அருளுகின்றேன் கேளுங்கள். மக்களே, உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் நன்மை செய்யவே நாம் இங்கு நித்யானந்தன் வடிவு கொண்டு நிஜாவதாரமாய் இறங்கி வந்தோம். இந்திய நாட்டு மக்களே, கேட்டுக்கொள்ளுங்கள், நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். காலம் காலமாய் அவதார புருஷர்கள் வந்து மலர்ந்து உலகிற்கு நன்மை செய்யும் மிக பெரும் ஞான பூமி பாரதம். இருக்கின்ற ஒரு பாரதத்தை இழக்க இயலாது மக்களே. ஞான கர்ப்பத்தை மலடாக்க இயலாது. வாழையடி வாழையென ஞானிகளும் அவதார புருஷர்களும் வந்தே தீர வேண்டும், வாழ்ந்தே தீர வேண்டும், மலர்ந்தே தீர வேண்டும். உலகிற்கு அதுவே உத்தம நன்மை. ஒரு சில கயவர்கள் மாயையில் சிக்கி செய்திட்ட சதிகளால் உலகை பலி கொடுக்க ஆகாது. சிருஷ்டி நஷ்டமடையக் கூடாது. பிரபஞ்சம் அழிந்துவிடக் கூடாது. பிரளயத்து இருந்து இந்த பிரபஞ்சத்தை காக்கவே பெரும் கப்பல் நானொன்று செய்தேன். அதன் பெயரே ஆதி கைலாசம். மக்களை காத்திடவே நாம் செய்த கப்பல். துரோகிகள் சூழ்ச்சியாலும் விரோதிகள் ஆட்சியாலும் வழியின்றி கப்பலை விட்டு மாலுமியே ஒதுங்க வேண்டிய காலம் வந்ததையா. அதனால்தான் ககனம் கொந்தளித்து பேரழிவை நோக்கிச் சென்று கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. மக்களே, அறியாத தனத்தினால் மாயையில் சிக்கி குழந்தைகள் தவறு செய்தாலும் பிரபஞ்சம் அழியாது காக்க வேண்டியது பராசக்தி, பரமசக்தி, பரஷோடசி மனோன்மணியின் பொறுப்பென்பதால் சத்தியங்கள் சிலவற்றை சொல்லுகின்றேன். நன்றாய் கேட்டுக்கொள்ளுங்கள். அடுத்த சில மாதங்களில் 1000 அல்ல, லட்சம் அல்ல, கோடியில் உயிர்கள் பலியாகும். இந்திய நாட்டினில் கோடியில் உயிர்கள் பலியாகும். உண்மையை சொல்லுகின்றேன், நன்மையை சொல்லுகின்றேன். தேடிக்கொள்ளுங்கள் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கைக்கு பாதுகாப்பை. ஆதி கைலாசத்தை நிர்வகிக்கும் அன்பர்களே, நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். 12 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பாக வரப்போகும் இந்த மாபெரும் பிரளயத்தை தெரிந்து கொண்டு உலகில் இருக்கும் எல்லா ஔஷத சக்திகளையும் ஒன்றாய் திரட்டி நவபாஷாணத்து நிறுத்தி ஆனந்த லிங்கமாய் வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் ஸ்தாபித்து வைத்தேன். வருகின்ற குரு பூர்ணிமையோடு 12 ஆண்டுகள் அந்த ஞான ரசவாதம் பழுத்து முதிர்ந்து முழுமையான நவபாஷாண லிங்கமாய் மலர்ந்து விடுகின்றது. வருகின்ற குரு பௌர்ணமியில் இருந்து வருகின்ற எல்லோரும் அங்கு வந்து நவபாஷாண தீர்த்தத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடிச் செல்ல அனுமதியுங்கள். அதற்கு வகை செய்யும் விதத்திலே நல்ல முறையிலே எல்லா நன்மையும் செய்து வையுங்கள். இந்த தீர்த்தத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடியோர்க்கும் அந்த தீர்த்தத்தை அருந்தியோர்க்கும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்று வராது, மரணம் இல்லை, துக்கம் இல்லை. இது அறிவியல் பூர்வமாய் அனுபவபூர்வமாய் நிரூபிக்கப்படும். அதனால் கோடிக்கணக்கில் மக்கள் வரிசையில் நின்று தினந்தோறும் வந்து நவபாஷாணத்தாலான ஆனந்த லிங்கத்தில், நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்தில் நீராடி வணங்கி நன்மை பெற்றுச் செல்வார்கள். நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள் மக்களே. ஆதி கைலாசத்து நிர்வாகிகளே, இந்த ஒரு சேவையை உலகத்திற்கு செய்யுங்கள். நீங்கள் செய்த எல்லா கர்மங்களுக்கும் பிராயஷ்சித்தமாகும். நல் அமைதியும் ஞானமும் யோகமும் உங்களுக்கும் கிட்டும், உலகத்திற்கும் கிட்டும். 12 ஆண்டுகள் முன்பாக பராசக்தி நான் செய்து வைத்த நவபாஷாணம் சித்தித்து, புளித்து, பழுத்து, முதிர்ந்து ரசவாத யோகத்தில் சித்தியாகி இன்று நிறைந்த நவபாஷாண நித்யானந்த லிங்கமாய் வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் மலர்ந்திருக்கின்றது. இதை செய்த காரணம் வரப்போகும் பிரபஞ்சத்தின் பிரளயத்திலிருந்து மக்களை காத்திடவே. எல்லோரும் கேளுங்கள். ஆதி கைலாசத்து நேரடியாய் மறைமுகமாய் உதவி செய்து உடன் இருந்த எல்லோரும் கேளுங்கள். உங்கள் எல்லோரையும் நம்பியே இந்த படகை நாம் உருவாக்கினோம். இந்த பெரும் சேவையில் எல்லோரும் வந்து பாகமாயிருந்து கொரோனா வராதவர், வந்தவர், வந்து நீங்கியோர், இவர்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் மாபெரும் மருந்து நவபாஷாண நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்து தீர்த்த விருந்து. எல்லோரும் வந்து நல் நீராடி தற்காப்பும் பெற்று, நோய் கண்டவர் நோயும் தீர்ந்து நன்மையெல்லாம் அடைந்திட இந்திய நாட்டு மக்களே, உங்களால் இயன்றதை செய்திடுங்கள். உங்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் நல் பாதுகாப்பும் உண்டு, நல்லதும் உண்டு. என்னை இழந்தாலும், என்னை நீங்கள் மறுத்தாலும் உங்களை நான் காப்பேன். அஞ்சாதீர்கள். பெருங்கருணை பேரருளால் நான் செய்து வைத்த கப்பலை உபயோகித்து இந்த ஆழிப் பிரளயத்தின் பெருங்கூத்து ஊழிக்கூத்திலிருந்து உங்களை காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். உண்மையை சொல்லிவிட்டேன், நன்மையை சொல்லிவிட்டேன். பிராயஷ்சித்தம் வேண்டுமென்றும் காப்பாற்ற வேண்டுமென்றும் கதறிய பக்தர்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் பெருங்கருணையினால் தீர்வை தந்து விட்டேன். அன்பர்களே, பக்தர்களே, சீடர்களே, என் சொல் கேட்கும் நேர்மையான தொண்டர்களே, புயல் என புறப்படுங்கள். ஆதி கைலாசத்திற்கு தேவையானதெல்லாம் உடனடியாய்ச் செய்து வரப்போகும் மக்களுக்கெல்லாம் அன்னதானம் செய்து அவர்கள் நல்லபடி வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடி நவபாஷாண மருந்தையே விருந்தாய்க் கொண்டு நோயிலிருந்து தற்காப்பும் பெற்று உயிர்காப்பும் பெற்று நல்லபடியாய் வாழ்ந்திட தேவையான சேவைகளை செய்யுங்கள். இதுதான் உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் பிராயஷ்சித்தம். நித்யானந்தன் வடிவு தாங்கி நிஜாவதாரமாய் நான் இந்திய நாட்டில் வந்தபொழுது என்னை வைத்து வாழாத பெருங்குற்றத்திற்கு பிராயஷ்சித்தம் இதுவே உங்களுக்கு. இதை யாவது செய்து, இது ஒன்றையாவது செய்து உங்களையும் காத்துக்கொள்ளுங்கள், நாட்டையும் காத்திடுங்கள். கோடிகளில் உயிர்கள் போகப் போகின்றது என்பதை நேரில் காண்பீர்கள். கண்ட பிறகுதான் நான் சொல்லும் வார்த்தையின் சத்தியமும் உண்மையும் உங்களுக்கு புரியப் போகின்றது. அழிவதற்கு முன்வந்து நவபாஷாண மருந்தை விருந்தாய்ப் பெற்று மரணத்திலிருந்து உங்களை காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். மக்களே, இது ஒன்றே வழி. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம். பெருங்கருணை பேரருளால் அன்னை பராசக்தி அருளினேன் சத்தியத்தை. இந்த ஒரு சத்தியத்தை உடனடியாய் புரிந்து கொண்டு உங்களுக்கும் உலகத்துக்கும் நன்மை செய்து கொள்ளுங்கள். ஆதி கைலாசத்து நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்தின் எல்லைக்குள் ஆருக்கும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்று தீண்டாது. இந்த சத்தியத்தை அனுபவபூர்வமாகவும் அறிவியற்பூர்வமாகவும் முழுமையாக நீங்கள் புரிந்து கொள்வீர்கள். இது நிரூபணமாகும். அன்னை பராசக்தி 12 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பாக உள்ள ஞான ஔஷத சக்திகள் அனைத்தையும் பிரம்மாண்ட யோனி ஹிரண்ய கர்ப்பத்திலிருந்து கொண்டு வந்து உருவாக்கி வைத்த நவபாஷாண லிங்கம் இன்று பிரளயத்திலிருந்து காக்கும் பெரும் கப்பலாய் உங்களுக்கு ஊதாவும். என இழந்தாலும் நான் செய்து வைத்த இந்த ரசவாத ஞானத்தின் துணை இழக்காமல் உங்களை நீங்களே காத்துக்கொள்ளுங்கள். இது ஒன்றே வழி. மக்களே, இது ஒன்றே வழி. ஓம் 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 ஓம்.
Translating the words of Devi Parashakti, the world cannot be sacrificed for the sake of conspiracies done by some ignorant thieves who got stuck in Maya. Srishti should not have loss. Cosmos should not have destruction. To save the cosmos from Pralaya, I made a huge ship. Its name is Adi KAILASA. Adi KAILASA is the ship that will gather all the enlightened powers of this cosmos and save the people from the Pralaya. Through the tricks of traitors, rule of the enemies, without any other way out. Time came for the sailor itself to leave. That is why the sky is boiling and moving towards huge destruction. People, even if children do mistakes in ignorance by getting stuck in Maya, as it is Parashakti, Paramashakti, Parashodasi, Manonmani, my responsibility to save the cosmos from destruction. I am telling some of the truths. Listen properly. Within next few months, not in thousands or lakhs, lives will be lost in crores. Crores of lives will be lost in India. I am telling you the truth. I am telling you the good. Search for protection for your life. We are now going to be seeing the current state of the world as revealed by Devi Parashakti. In North Korea, COVID is getting worse, not better. This is the report from the World Health Organization. A top official at the World Health Organization said the UN Health Agency assumes the coronavirus outbreak in North Korea is getting worse, not better, despite the secretive country's recent claims that COVID-19 is slowing down. At a briefing on Wednesday, June 1st, World Health Organization's emergencies chief Dr. Mike Ryan, appealed to North Korean authorities for more information about the COVID-19 outbreak there, saying we have real issues in getting access to the raw data and to the situation on the ground. He said World Health Organization has not received any privileged information about the epidemic, unlike in typical outbreaks when countries may share more sensitive data with the organization so it can evaluate public health risks for the global community.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
COVID-19 is slows progress towards universal energy access. The COVID-19 pandemic has been a key factor in slowing progress towards universal energy access. Globally, 733 million people still have no access to electricity, and 2.4 billion people still cook using fuels detrimental to their health and environment. At the current rate of progress, 670 million people will remain without electricity by 2030, 10 million more than last projected year. In terms of daily cases count, India on Tuesday saw a marginal dip as the 2,338 COVID-19 infections were registered in the last 24 hours. In terms of the daily corona fatalities, the country witnessed 19 deaths in the span of one day. With overall national tally remains well below the 3,000 mark, there has been a surge in certain areas. Both Maharashtra and Kerala, which have been the COVID epicenters in both first and second wave, the cases are creeping up steadily. In fact, Aslam Shaikh, the Mumbai City Guardian Minister, has also issued a warning and said that if the graph of coronavirus cases keeps the upward trend, the state government may have to reintroduce COVID curbs. For 5 consecutive days, Mumbai has been reporting over 300 COVID-19 cases. Meanwhile, the results are out for 3 samples of the suspected monkeypox infection. The lab at National Institute of Virology says that all 3 samples have tested negative, and so far, India remains monkeypox free. The World Health Organization says that as many as 23 nations around the globe have reported this virus. Omicron subvariant drives spike in cases and deaths in Portugal. A spike of COVID-19 cases and deaths in Portugal, driven by the Omicron BA.5 subvariant in spite of warm temperatures, is causing capitals across Europe to once again consider measures against a pandemic that has started to fade into public memory. Portugal confirmed 26,848 new cases and recorded 47 COVID deaths on Wednesday, the highest daily death toll since 17 February, which 51 deaths from the disease were reported. The trend contrasts with the pandemic situation in France, Germany, the UK, and neighboring Spain, where case rates have been declining for the last 2 months. According to figures from the Portuguese Health Ministry, 1,455 people died from COVID as the country entered its 6th wave of the pandemic in April and May. The latest report from the Health Ministry and the Ricardo George Institute noted that mortality from all causes is above the expected values for the time of year, adding there has been an increase in specific mortality from COVID-19. An estimated 2 million people in Britain have lingering COVID-19 symptoms more than 4 weeks after their initial coronavirus infection, a latest survey showed. Based on the Office for National Statistics survey of people living in private households in Britain, an estimated 3.1% of the population were experiencing long COVID symptoms as of May 1st, Xinhua news agency reported. This is 200,000 more people than the ONS's previous estimated prevalence of 1.8 million as of April 3rd. Of the estimated 2 million people with self-reported long COVID, 442,000 first had COVID-19 less than 12 weeks previously. 1.4 million people at least 12 weeks prior to their ongoing symptoms. 826,000 at least 1 year previously, and 376,000 at least 2 years previously. We have seen cases of long COVID due to the Omicron BA2 variant be at least as high as previous variants, despite not causing the same hospitalization rate, said David Strain, clinically senior lecturer and honorary consulate of the University of Exeter Medical School. Strain said the most concerning figure in the survey, however, is the 376,000 people who have had the disease for more than 2 years, noting this is the only looking at the first 4 months of COVID infections in Britain. This number will inevitably climb as all of those who caught COVID in the second, third, and fourth wave experience continued symptoms, he added. India has reported a total of 2,259 fresh coronavirus cases across the country on Friday and 20 deaths, taking the overall death toll to 5,24,323. North Korea reported another large jump in illness believed to be COVID-19 and encouraged good health habits as a mass outbreak spreads through its unvaccinated population, and military officers were deployed to distribute medicine. State media said the antivirus headquarters reported another 269,510 people were found with fever and 6 had died. That raises North Korea's deaths to 56 after more than 1.48 million people became ill with fever since late April. North Korea lacks test kits to confirm coronavirus infection in large cases, and the report didn't say how many fever cases were COVID-19. Even after 2 years, the COVID virus remains unpredictable, and World Health Organization reiterated we can't afford to take our eyes off the virus. World Health Organization officials say that with each mutation, Omicron subvariants are becoming more transmissible than the previous one, and that this will continue, officers warned. During a recent conference, World Health Organization's Maria Van Kerkhove said, what we can say is as this virus evolves, the latest variants, Omicron and all the sublineages, are more transmissible than the last variant circulating, and we know that it will continue. There will be more variants of SARS-CoV-2. Hence, we cannot afford to take our eye off the ball for this virus despite all of the other challenges circulating. A recent surge in COVID-19 cases and deaths in Portugal, triggered by the Omicron BA5 subvariant, has prompted several countries across Europe to reconsider their pandemic response. On June 1st, Portugal confirmed as many as 26,848 new cases and 47 COVID-related deaths, the highest single-day toll since February 17, when the country reported 51 deaths, The Guardian reported. The report further stated that the pattern is in stark contrast to the pandemic scenario in France, Germany, the United Kingdom, and neighboring Spain, where case rates have been falling over the past 2 months. COVID-19 continues to ravage China and North Korea for several reasons, but primarily because of Omicron's virulent nature. COVID-19 cases continue to soar in China and North Korea. North Korea's health authorities have said that they have observed a downward trend, but Pyongyang observers have dismissed North Korea's COVID stats, claiming that they are essentially nonsense. The United States reported at least 108,000 coronavirus cases every day for the past week and also reported a rise in hospitalizations. The New York Times said in a report that hospitalizations were up by 30% to roughly 24,700 per day. Another form of the Omicron subvariant is the BA2, which has become the dominant version among new US coronavirus cases, according to federal estimates on Tuesday, a development that experts had forecast over the last few weeks. There is no indication yet that the new subvariant known as BA.2.12.1 causes more severe disease than earlier forms did. BA.2.12.1 made up about 58% of all new US cases, according to estimates by the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention for the week ending May 21st. Unexplained severe acute hepatitis cases among children continue to emerge in Canada and around the world. And while health officials desperately search for a cause of the mysterious illness, researchers are pointing to a possible link to COVID-19. The World Health Organization said Tuesday there are now at least 348 probable cases of severe acute hepatitis or inflammation of the liver in children under investigation worldwide, which aren't caused by the usual hepatitis virus or any other clear source. In Canada, more than a dozen possible cases have been reported across multiple provinces since the Public Health Agency of Canada confirmed earlier that this month that some cases of severe liver disease were under investigation. While an early line of investigation from the UK health officials emphasized possible links to adenovirus, a family of viruses typically known for causing mild cold or flu-like illnesses, global teams are also zeroing in on potential impacts of SARS-CoV-2, the virus behind COVID-19. The number of people who have died from COVID-19 in Europe, the long-time epicenter of the pandemic, has passed 20 million, the World Health Organization said on Thursday. A devastating milestone has passed as reported confirmed COVID-19 deaths from countries in the World Health Organization European region have exceeded more than 2 million people, the UN Health Agency said in a statement. The World Health Organization's European region comprises 53 countries and regions, including several in Central Asia. According to the health body, 2,002,058 people have died from COVID out of the 218,225,294 registered cases in the region. The United States, the world's most affected country, has lost more than 1 million people. Meanwhile, after a resurgence in the following 2 weeks of March, the number of infections is falling in Europe. The number of new cases and deaths have declined by 26% and 24% in the last 7 days. More than 2 years after the first restrictions, most European countries have eased their restrictions intended to curb the spread of the novel coronavirus. Severe cases of COVID causing cognitive impairment equivalent to aging 20 years, a new study finds. Patients who overcome severe COVID infections suffer the same cognitive impairment that people generally go through between the ages of 50 and 70, a new study has also found. This is the equivalent of losing 10 IQ points, say the team of scientists from the University of Cambridge and Imperial College London. Their findings suggest that the effects of the coronavirus infection are still detectable more than 6 months after the illness, that cognitive recovery is gradual at best, and that it may even impact people who only had mild cases. There is a growing body of evidence that COVID-19 causes lasting cognitive and mental health problems, with recovered patients still experiencing symptoms months after infection. The symptoms they would report include fatigue, brain fog, problems recalling words, sleep disturbances, anxiety, and even post-traumatic stress disorder, says the scientists. By comparing the patients to 68,008 members of the general public, the researchers estimate that the magnitude of cognitive loss is similar on average to that sustained with 20 years aging, between 50 and 70 years of age, and that this is the equivalent of losing 10 IQ points. A report from the World Health Organization claims that India has 47 lakh COVID deaths, 10 times more than the estimated number, to which the government objects. A World Health report has estimated that there were 47 lakh COVID-19 deaths in India from January 2020 till December 2021, which is nearly 10 times the official figures. India rejected the estimates by calling data collection methodology questionable and said despite India's objection to the process, methodology and outcome of this modeling exercise, World Health Organization released the excess mortality estimates. Scans reveal how COVID may change the brain. Catching COVID may cause changes to the brain, a study suggests. Scientists found significant differences in MRI scans before and after infection. Even after a mild infection, the overall size of the brain had shrunk slightly, with less gray matters in the parts related to smell and memory. The researchers do not know whether the changes are permanent, but stress that the brain could be healed. The study is published in the journal Nature. Lead author Professor Gunel Duar from the Wellcome Center for Integrative Neuroimaging at the University of Oxford said that we were looking at essentially mild infection. So to see that we could really see how differences in their brain and how much their brain had changed compared with those who had not been infected was quite a surprise. The UK Biobank project has followed the health of 500,000 people for about 15 years and has a database of scans recorded before the pandemic, so provided a unique opportunity to study the long-term health impacts of the virus. A new study says 1 in 10 Australian healthcare workers has hot thoughts of suicide or self-harm during the pandemic. Healthcare workers in Somalia suffer from high rates of anxiety, depression, and stress because of their work with COVID-19 cases. Initial findings recorded a high prevalence of anxiety in the workforce at 69.3%, 46.5% for depression, and 15.2% for stress. Devi Parashakti has revealed multiple ways and has foresighted many things which are going to happen regarding the coronavirus pandemic. Not only that, we have already seen and gone over the multiple different ways the pandemic is having effects impacting society directly and its side effects and after effects. Devi Parashakti is now revealing 8 ways to protect ourselves from the coronavirus pandemic.
Parashodasi Meenakshi, Parameshwari Meenakshi, Parashakti Meenakshi, இங்கு எழுந்து அருளினோம் எல்லோர்க்கும் ஞானமும் தன்மையும் தந்திட நன்மையெல்லாம் அளித்திட நாமே வந்தோம் இங்கு கைலாசத்தின் சுவாமினியாய் பரமசிவன் கிரகத்திருந்து நம் அனுக்கிரகத்தினால் நித்யானந்தன் விக்கிரகமாய் மலர்ந்தோம். உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் நல்லதை செய்திட நன்மையை சொல்லிட தர்மார்த்த காம மோக்ஷம் எனும் புருஷார்த்தங்கள் நாளும் பொங்கி மலர்ந்திட வந்தேன் இங்கு. மாந்தர்கள் கொடுந்தொற்று கொரோனா கண்டு அஞ்ச வேண்டாம். 8 வழியின் மூலமாகவும் எண்ணத்தில் தியானித்து என்னை பிரார்த்தித்தல் 1, சமூக வலைதளங்கள் மூலமாய் என்னை சரணடைதல் 2, எங்கெல்லாம் என் மகமாரி வடிவத்தில் நான் குடிகொண்டிருக்கின்றேனோ அங்கெல்லாம் பூமிதித்து என்னை வழிபடுவது 3, நெஞ்சில் மஞ்சள் தடவி வேப்பம் சாரருந்தி தினந்தோறும் என்னை தியானிப்பது 4, நிர்விகல்ப நிலையிருந்து நித்யானந்தத்தை நிறைத்து உயிர்வது 5, சிவ 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 எனும் பிரபஞ்ச பெரும் நாதத்தை அஜபா ஜபமாய் நிகழ்த்தல் 6 நிறைவான பூரண மனத்தோடு வாழைப்பழத்தோலும் வெங்காயமும் குதிகாலில் வைத்து பத்திட்டு நித்திரையில் அடங்குவது 7 பூரணமாய் பரிபூரணமாய் அருணாச்சல ஸ்மரணையில் நினைப்பும் மறப்பும் அருந்த உணர்வு ஸ்மரணையில் அகம் அகம் என ஸ்புரிக்கும் அருணாச்சல ஸ்மரணையில் ஆனந்த ஸ்புரணத்தில் இருப்பது 8 எனும் 8 முறையிலும் என எண்ணியோர் அத்துணை பேருக்கும் இல்லை கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் தாக்கமும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் பயமும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் மயக்கமும் வாழ்வீர்கள் வளத்தொடு நல் ஞானம் யோகத்தொடு நாமே நிம்மோடு நானே நீயாய் நீயே நானாய் நல்வாழ்வு வாழ்வீர்கள். 8 1 செய்தாலும் கொரோனா உங்களை எட்டவிடாது
Translating the solutions given by Devi Parashakti. Oh humans, don't be scared of the deadly infection corona. Through these 8 ways, praying and meditating on me, surrendering to me through social media, wherever I am residing, worshipping me by doing the fire walking, applying turmeric in the chest and drinking neem juice and meditating on me every day, being in the unclutched state, filling with eternal bliss, doing ajapa japa of the cosmic sound Shiva, with complete mind, applying the banana peel and onion on the heels and going to sleep, and being in the state beyond any remembrance or forgetting, the Arunachala Spurana that blossoms as the hum in the state of Ananda Spurana. So these are the 8 solutions given by Devi Parashakti for humans to relieve themselves and come out of the sufferings of Pralaya. We will now get back to you with the next segment of today's program after a short break.
Time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present. by being ferocious with your son. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life.
Janam, in this next segment of today's program, we're going to be looking at a lot of the rumors, false allegations, and gossip being spread about the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and about his health, as well as the state of KAILASA. In direct response to address and clear all the misinformation and to give clarity to the public and to the rest of the world as well as to what exactly is going on, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, through a series of Facebook posts on his official Facebook page, has directly addressed these rumors and misinformation. The first post which we're going to be reading out today is from the 19th of May. Paramashiva's blessings. This is for all devotees and disciples. Please stop sending money to take care of my health related. From the day these rumors about my health started spreading, money is pouring into all our trusts from all over the world. Please stop this sending money. Now, all my devotees and disciples, listen intensely. The separation from me, the anxiety, whether you will be able to see me again or not, and insecurity, whether you will be able to get the darshan and initiations again or not. All of this is a sweet pain which can be transformed into a deep devotional feeling connection through spiritual practice by Ajapa Japa of the Maha Vakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, reading autobiography of the Avatar, and enjoying Nithyanandapedia. What we are going through is not a natural disaster like tsunami, earthquake, where sending money makes you feel fulfilled and you have done some charity. What we are going through is a great spiritual possibility by Paramashiva to all of us. Paramashiva himself is settling as a larger being with more intensity and power manifestation in me through this intense samadhi. This is not the time for you to send some money or charity, as I heard many devotees are selling their properties and pouring money to take care of my health into our organizations from all over the world. Please stop this. If you want me to be alive and active for a longer time, for your benefit or the benefit of the world, do light a lamp in front of my Guru, Aranagiri Yogeshwara's picture in your own home and pray to him to settle into my body and be more active and energetic and live longer. Use this beautiful opportunity of sweet pain, of separation, to intensify your deep devotion and feeling connection more and manifest Paramashiva, manifest the powers, enlightenment of Paramashiva. It is your love, devotion, feeling connection which settles me from samadhi and makes me active and gives satsangs again, not the money you pour. If you want to show your love, devotion, just put the picture of my Guru, Aranagiri Yogeshwara, light a lamp, take a selfie and post it. Whenever I open my eyes, I will try to see all your posts and send my love and blessings to all of you. This is the stotra that describes Aranagiri Yogeshwara from the Arunachala Puranam. Lalate Tripundri Nitila Krita Kasturi Tilakaha Spuran Maladharas Purita Kati Kaupi Navasanaha Dadano Dustaram Sirasi Phanirajam Shashikalam Pradipas Sarvesham Arunagiri Yogi Vijayate. The one who has the Tripundri, the 3 lines of sacred ash on his forehead, the mark of the sacred musk applied on his forehead, who is the wearer of a glittering garland, who wears a loincloth on his radiantly glowing waist, who holds the unconquerable king cobra and crescent moon on his crown, victory unto Aranagiri Yogeshwara, the illuminator of all beings. This is from the Arunachala Puranam, Aranagiri Yogeshwara Vandanam. In this salutation, we offer our respects and gratitude to Aranagiri Yogeshwara, the embodiment of Paramashiva, who incarnated a few thousand years ago and is even today available to his ardent devotees in the gracious forms of Arunachaleshwara, the presiding deity of Arunachaleshwara temple of Tiruvannamalai. With this salutation, we remember and thus invoke Aranagiri Yogeshwara's presence as we recall the great Leela of his happening in the Avatar Leela, life of the Avatar. Enrich and enjoy, share and celebrate. Here we have the illustration of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism with Aranagiri Yogeshwara. The next post which we're going to be reading out is from May 22nd. Paramashiva's blessings. For all my dear disciples and devotees, I will try to give you live coverage of Samadhi happenings in and around me. If you imagine cosmos as a big, huge air balloon, your body as a small ball inside that huge air balloon, I feel one with the huge air balloon, the cosmos, and feel like I can understand and do anything about the cosmos, but paradoxically, not able to move that small body I am having inside that huge cosmic balloon. I feel more I, me, mine, identities move with the cosmos. I feel like I can move anything in the cosmos, but paradoxically, not able to move anything in my body, even my feet or my hands. Absolute aloneness. Other than I, nothing else exists, but no tiredness or boredom of loneliness. Now the moment I sit in Padmasana, all the nadis settle down, including breathing. Being falls into samadhi, no verbalization, no visualization. Absolute unclutching experience and pure conscious experience of Maha KAILASA. Paradoxically, if I stretch my body and lay down, I am able to open my eyes and recognize all the things happening around me. So my doctor disciples who are taking care of me insist that I keep my body stretched. When I see somebody, I see their whole past, present and future, lives and patterns together. So the way I relate with them looks illogical, irrational for them or even for others. I can also see past, present and future. Time is just one more dimension of life, like length, breadth and depth. Living life as long as you want, or taking another body in any plane or any loka, is just your free will. I feel more comfortable, very relaxed and resting while sitting in Padmasana, wide awake, day and night, without knowing the difference between day and night, than stretching my legs and lying down. Few more further medical test results have come, and medically, my body is completely fit and healthy. But still not able to eat one idli, not able to sleep even for 21 minutes continuously. This absolute silence and stillness of the snow-covered mountains and oceans keeps me extremely energetic and alive. I lived a full, sincere life integrated to my Guru Parampara, did extreme hard work. If my Guru, Aranagiri Yogeshwara, gives me more time, I will do more of his work. I am absolutely fulfilled about my past and extremely enthusiastic about my future. Anything my Guru wants to unfold? With my Guru's grace, I already made KAILASA, a revival of the enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, happened with sovereign land. I have revealed my vision for furthering of revival of and enriching through more than 20,000 hours of my satsangs, initiations, classes, which comes around 1.7 terabyte digital material in the last 22 years from 2000. Books published with ISBN number 1250 in 52 international languages. Still more than 700 manuals and books are unpublished, which will soon be published. I have initiated enough disciples to manifest Paramashiva's powers and created many Kailaya Vasis who will carry on this mission of Kailasa. So I neither have greed to live longer on this planet, nor have hatred to leave this planet. I am absolutely fulfilled. Meditate on each of these descriptions about Samadhi and do Ajapa Japa or unclutching. You can also experience this as you are all the same space of oneness with me, and we are all literally in the extension of one universe, Paramashiva. Enrich and enjoy, share and celebrate. This is the from May 22nd, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Again, continuing and talking about how medically there is no problem with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Medically, Swamiji's body is perfectly alright, perfectly fine. It is just the Samadhi experience, the deep Samadhi experience Swamiji is in. For that, he is still very much available to us, but just not in the physical plane as we expect him to be or as he used to be. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism regularly and many times continuously is asking us if we want the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism back, if we want Swamiji back to be with us in this physical plane, to relate with us, to give these satsangs, to respond to us on social media, all we need to do is light lamp and pray to Arunagiri Yogeshwara. So now with this, we're moving on to the next post by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on May 23rd. Paramashiva's blessings. One more life coverage for all of you from inside Samadhi. One of the literal meaning of the word Samadhi is Sama plus Adhi, getting balanced or one with the origin. In multiple ways, my body, mind, being, emotions, muscle memory, bioenergy are all getting balanced and again aligning back to the origin. Vata, Pitta, Kapha, all the three doshas of the body falls into Samatva. This means unnecessary fat and undigested food accumulated inside the body leaves the body in multiple forms and body gets completely detoxed and starts shining like third eye of Paramashiva. That is why no external food or no regular sleep or no regular malajala. Ingala, Pingala and Chishumna, the three nadis, get absolutely balanced, so breathing and the Dasa Pranas, the 10 actions of the air circulation inside the body, gets completely balanced, purified and detoxed. The karmas are purified, burnt and cleared. When I am established in this Samadhi state fully, all those people who asked boons, prayers, wishes are granted. Energy from Paramashiva manifests intensely and fulfills everyone. That is the reason people find all the boons they asked me during the program or during the prayers get fulfilled when I am in Samadhi. All the questions people asked are responded and answered inside them when I am in Samadhi, because I am in oneness with all of them. Even the so-called haters and enemies lose the strength to hate me and hold on to the enmity because I spread and being one even inside their soul. I see every being with all their past lives, present lives and future possibilities and respond according to each being. For every devotee, disciple who pours their time, treasure, talent, my love from the Samadhi state is showered back on them. Love and attention from Samadhi state is pure energy and power. So when it is showered, nobody will be able to doubt or deny it. Every boon and blessing given during every program, every time even in the past lives are empowered, manifested, fulfilled. Now, while I am in Samadhi, because through this body, intensely Paramashiva manifests and does all his activities he is supposed to do. It is literally like Paramashiva takes over my body, being completely, operates on high speed intensity and urgency, responds to single individual prayers to the largest happening in the cosmos. Many seekers, self-denial, self-hatred, SDHD becomes dissolved. Right knowledge is given, and the courage to follow the right knowledge is showered. That is the reason when I am in Samadhi, many devotees, disciples, become so intense like Shivaganas and take powerful decisions towards manifesting Paramashivatva. Actually, building of the real Kailasa work happens million times more when I am in this deep Samadhi than doing regular activities like satsang, initiations, and classes. The whole cosmos is churned. Sincere seekers are intensely attracted towards me, intensely beyond their societal patterns and conditionings. During these intense samadhi periods, Paramashiva manifests in this being like dynamic dynamite diamond and destroys all the patterns and conditionings, ignoring conclusions supported by arrogance. Paramashiva loves, 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 continues to love you so powerfully till all your doubts and denial about his love drops, until you start enjoying the same love in oneness with Paramashiva. Enrich and enjoy, share and celebrate. Moving on to the next post from May 31st. Paramashiva's blessings. Dear devotees and disciples, I'll give you one more live coverage revelations from Samadhi about Samadhi. Samadhi is absolute wellness, health, and it is actually cosmic orderliness. Body just aligns more for higher expressions of Paramashiva's knowledge and powers. Fortunately, my whole body is continuously under medical observation and multiple diagnostic methods are also used. Everything is well documented to prove Samadhi is not disease. My brain waves and heart function are constantly recorded and observed with the full ICU setup. Proof Samadhi is not coma state. Once I settle in the body and start giving regular satsangs, I'll release all the medical reports to the world to prove Samadhi is not any disease. Even though there is no food or any intake, there is no tiredness. There is no entertainment other than listening to Dharmapuram, Sri Swaminathan's Devaram's chantings, but no boredom or mental fatigue. Samadhi is not a mental state or emotional state. It's beyond body, mind, emotions. Actually, from my first Samadhi experience, I neither have mind nor any emotional state. Actually, from my first Samadhi experience, all my actions and reactions are just spontaneous response for the mission of Kailasa of Paramashiva. I neither have personal interest nor have individual personal motives. I don't even have a personalized individual idea or opinion or cognition about myself. With more and more of this Samadhi tsunamis happening in my system, the individual I carry is more and more filled with Paramashiva and established in Paramashivatva. From Maharishi Valmiki in the olden days to Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharishi in the modern day, all of them prove that during Samadhi, body doesn't get destroyed even though there was no normal food intake or sleep. Body only goes through a powerful superconscious mutation. Samadhi is like an intense spiritual detox. Till now, we have done multiple researches and observations and documented it medically and scientifically. But this time, the amount of data we are able to collect establishes many points of Jnana Vijnana of Hinduism and many points revealed in the pure science, Vedas, and applied science, Agamas of Paramashiva. I always wanted my life should scientifically validate the great revelations of Hinduism about consciousness and superconsciousness. Now, we got enough medical data to establish Samadhi is not superconscious mutation and not any sickness. So, I will be surely back in few days to share the satsang with Big Bang that I am enjoying right now by being inside Samadhi. Only thing during Samadhi, the body should be just left to be as it is, without getting touched or without any external intervention. Fortunately, all my doctors who are attending to me are my disciples, so they understand and let my body to be as it is. They are only observing, recording, and documenting whatever my body is going through, and so we can show to the world medically and scientifically and prove Samadhi is not a physical, mental disease or disorder. Each one of you, meditate on all these powerful cognitions and try to practice unclutching. You will all experience the same Samadhi state as you are all my extensions and in oneness with me. enrich and enjoy, share and celebrate. This is from May 31st and the most recent post posted by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism 24 hours back. Paramashiva's blessings. Dear devotees and beloved disciples and Kailaya-vasis, I am still enjoying the deep samadhi and connecting with you all in the inner space. Soon will settle into the body and come for regular satsang and darshans and initiations to share elite principles and extraordinary energy of Maha KAILASA. Enrich and enjoy, share and celebrate. Continuously throughout the Facebook post which we have read today, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is again and again reporting very clearly and very methodolically. Medically, he is perfectly alright. All the rumors, all the misinformation and all the gossip being spread that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is fallen ill, is going to be leaving the body very soon, that we're building samadhi for him in the Adi KAILASA Nithyananda temple. All of these are nothing but rumors. They're nothing but misinformation and gossip which is being spread. Medically, Swamiji is perfectly alright. Not only that, has done a lot of scientific validation using this opportunity to prove many things to the world. What the Vedas say and what the Agamas say are not something just written down by someone in some scripture, but are truth, or reality, and with practical experience as well. And so now with this, we come to the end of this segment. In the next segment, we're going to be looking at the glimpses of glorious past on this day, June 7th, throughout the many years of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's public life. Please stay tuned. We'll be back after the break.
I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression, or the worst suicidal patterns, or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Your consciousness has power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Conscious woman or man, be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Your consciousness has power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment.
We are now going to be entering the next segment of today's program, which is the glimpses of the glorious past on this day, 7th June. In the year 2004, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted the public program in Madurai, Tamil Nadu. In the year 2005, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, from May 23rd to 7th June, along with him, took 135 devotees from across the globe on the Himalayan Yatra. The places of visit were Rishikesh, Haridwar, Uttarkashi, Yamunotri, Gangotri, Kedarnath, Badrinath and Joshimath. Besides visiting holy shrines, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism delivered powerful discourses on various subjects, including the topic of Guru-disciple relationship. He answered questions from the devotees on any subject of their choice. He also conducted spiritual workshops on burning out the engrams, recorded negative thoughts in each person that are the causative factor for all physical and mental ailments. Devotees saw the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism perform homas, fire rituals, abhishekams, and pujas at all the places of worship. The group shared many spiritual experiences during the trip. On this day, the group gathered at the concluding session of the Yatra. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism offered his gratitude to the Himalayas in the sacred river Ganges upon the successful completion of their trip. He then gave energy darshan, wherein he gives the touch of the divine energy to each individual. This was followed by the sharing of personal and spiritual experiences of those present. In the year 2008, on this day, you can see here glimpses of Nithyananda Paramashivam Devalayam in Adi KAILASA. In the year 2011, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave a beautiful satsang on the auspicious occasion of Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam.
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today, we inaugurate Venkateshwara's Brahmotsavam. We will be celebrating Venkateshwara's presence for next 15 days. This is the only Brahmotsam done for 15 days. Usually all Brahmotsams are 10 days. This is done for 15 days. We will be celebrating next 15 days Venkateshwara's Brahmotsam. So, all of us will experience the powerful presence, intense presence of Venkateshwara, and all the auspicious things of Venkateshwara. Today I will say a few words on Venkateshwara. Venkateshwara is one of the most powerful modern day incarnation. Incarnation happened in Kali Yuga. Vishnu came down to Seshadri and Bhudevi took birth as Batmavati, and they got married and stayed in the planet Earth with the body at least for 200 years and created a beautiful kingdom, blessing the devotees with wealth, health, all the auspicious things. Finally, decided to stand in Tirumala, making himself available to all the devotees still. Please understand the Tirumala Murti, Venkateshwara's Murti is his very body. It just became stone, that's all. That's why it is life size. The very body, how he is standing, he just became Archavatara. Archavatara means the incarnation to receive all the worship and devotion of the people. So the Srinivasa became Archavatara, standing in Tirumala and gracing the whole world, whole universe, showering wealth, health, and all the spiritual benefits. Now, I invoke his presence here and on all our satsang centers. I bless you all. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, and share the eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Nithyananda, completing for the technical glitch. On the 7th of June 2012, while the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was enriching the world with liberating cognitions by understanding of the universal truths and empowering the world with powerful initiations, he was being persecuted by the entire nexus of anti-Hindu forces operating through executive media mafia access. A baseless false case was foisted against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the 4th of March 2010 in the wake of a fabricated video depicting the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in a derogatory manner that was spread virally over electronic and print media to whip up a huge hate campaign and incite mob violence and lynching against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism through this concerted attack of character assassination and lawfare. The false case has been kept alive for over a decade now, in spite of no victim, no evidence, direct or circumstantial, and instead enough exculpatory evidences collected but suppressed by the prosecution. The same false case was foisted by the anti-Hindu terrorists in USA also, where the case was dismissed as early as 2014 with a heavy penalty of $500,000 on the false accusers. Here in the year 2013 on this day, we can see glimpses of the Rudrabhishekam ritual which is happening in the year 2013. In the year 2014 on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism delivers a powerful session to understand the true source of our identity, and that understanding can help us go beyond the limiting identity that we have created for ourselves.
Listen. Now all of you pen down, wrote what is the inner image you are having, outer image you are having, others image you are having, and life image you are having. How many of you found out there is such big gap between the inner image and outer image? How you are thinking about you and how you are projecting you? Raise your hand, let me listen. Great. Second, the same way, how many of you found out what others think about you, the others' image, and what you think about others? There is a big gap between these two. How many of you found out that? Please raise your hand, let me listen. Okay, listen. Becoming powerless because of this gap between images is something seriously wrong. Listen. Incompletion means the gap between the images I'll describe now. Please drop your paper and pen, listen. I'm introducing two more new words. Incompletion, completion. Listen. Your past thoughts, emotions, residues, hangovers, sitting in your present and suffocating you, not letting your future, is incompletion. Listen. Your past thoughts, emotions, patterns, hangovers, residues, sitting in the present and stopping you, not letting you live your future, suffocating you, is incompletion. You can see in your life the gap between your inner image and outer image becomes incompletion. Means inside you believe you as something and outside you project you as something else. That becomes an incompletion. You can see clearly in your life how you try to project you is one, but how others perceive you is something else. That gap becomes another one incompletion. And how others expect you and how you expect others, this gap becomes another one incompletion. Listen. This is a very important lesson. I wanted you to be completely attentive. Please listen. Please attend here. Listen. Please listen. Your inner image and outer image listen. Inner image, how you feel about you inside you. Outer image, how you project you outside you. The gap between these two becomes self-doubt. Listen. Listen. I am talking about some of the important incompletions you carry. Important incompletions you carry. Listen here. When you go out and convince others about you, which you yourself don't believe as you. For example, inside you, you feel you are a frightened person. But you are able to go out and convince everyone you are a brave, bold, courageous person. Once they are convinced, when you come back to your life, means your bedroom, your room, alonely, your aloneness, when you look back, there is a deep self-doubt starts. Hey, I convinced everyone I am brave, bold, but I am not that, then what am I? Understand? When you convince everyone about you, but you are not convinced inside you, that gap is self-doubt. How many of you understood? Raise your hand. How many of you understood self-doubt? Raise your hand. Can you all take few minutes now, pen down few self-doubts you have about you? Listen. The qualities, ideas which you convinced others about you, but you are not convinced, is self-doubt. Take few minutes, pen down the self-doubts you have. Yes. Now, please understand the next step. Can I have all your listening? If you are listening, please wave your hands. Listen. The outer image means how you are projecting you to the world. The other's image, how the world perceives you. For example, you are trying to show yourself as very kind person, but others are all feeling you are very arrogant. The gap between what you want to project and what others perceive, this gap is self-hatred. Listen. When you are trying to project you in some way, but others are not perceiving like that, you start hating you. You start blaming you. You start feeling you are not enough. You are not sufficient. You are not accepted. You are not complete. That is what I call self-hatred. Listen, how you project you and how others perceive you, the gap between these two is self-hatred. How many of you understand self-hatred? You feeling you are not complete, you are not enough, you lack something. That is self-hatred. Third, the other's image means what others expect you and what you expect from others. The gap between these two is self-denial. For example, I'll give you an example. Everyone is expecting from you, you should become loving, compassionate. You go on expecting from everyone, life should be compassionate, loving, just. There is a vast gap. Neither you are ready to understand, you need to change you to be more loving, nor you are ready to forgive the world. So you expect the world to be loving and kind, but you think you are already loving and kind. The world thinks you need to be more loving and kind. They are already loving and kind to you. That extreme gap, opposite, this gap is self-denial. Please listen. What others expect from you and what you expect from others. What others expect from you, others' image. What you expect from others, life image. The gap between these two is self-denial. Please understand. First time in Nitya Dhyana Yoga program I am revealing this whole genesis of identity. You need to put your whole listening to internalize this. Many times, if world is expecting you to be more loving, compassionate, kind, you say, no, world is only not loving, compassionate. I am okay, it is world needs to change. When you are so thoroughly convinced the change has to happen in the world, not in you, that is what I call self-denial. The world only should take responsibility, not you. That is what I call self-denial. Listen. How many of you understand the self-denial? Raise your hand. So, just this 7 words, understanding of these 7 words can change your whole life. Inner image, how you see you. Outer image, how you project you to others. The gap between these two becomes self-doubt. Outer image, how you project you to the world. Others' image, how the world perceives you. The gap becomes self-hatred. Listen. When you are not able to convince others the way you project you, you start feeling you are not enough, you are not sufficient, you are not good enough. That is what is self-hatred. When what world wants from you and you want from the world is completely in the different extreme, diametrically opposite, and you go on blaming the world, you go on denying the world, saying world has to change, world has to change, world has to change, others have to change, life have to change, all of them have to understand about me, they don't understand me, and world goes on tells you, you have to change, you have to change, you don't understand the world, you don't understand the life. This tug of war is self-denial. Self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. SDHD is source of all incompletions. So the gap between these 4 images is the source of all incompletions. How many of you understand? All your incompletions are just the gap between these 4. Now, can we spend few minutes to pen down your self-hatred patterns and self-denial patterns? Please pen down few minutes your self-hatred patterns and self-denial patterns. Listen. Can we move to the next step? If we can move, can you wave your hands? Listen. Please listen. Now I am helping you to find out when you started building your inner image, when you started building your outer image, when you started building your life image, when others have started building their image about you. Others have started building their image about you even before your birth. Seeing your father and mother, they started building their image about you. Forget about them. Now it is all about your inner image when you started building, your outer image when you started building, your life image means your image about life and others when you started building. Listen, please listen. First time in your life when you feel powerless, inadequate, not able to handle the life as you are, survival crisis, that is the time you start building this image for survival purpose. Listen. For example, at the age of 3 or 4, I am giving you an example. You are jumping in the rain, dancing. Your mother comes and just slaps you and drags you into the house and locks you there and fires you. If you are jumping in the rain, you will catch cold. Do you know what will happen to you? The rain may not have been such big. Rain will never be a problem for you. But your mother dragging you and pushing you into the room and locking you, that shakes your whole being. That shakes your whole being. Listen. That shakes your whole being. When you are facing that crisis, that survival threat, for a child, even mother dragging will be a survival threat. Now you may think, no, after all mother, what is there? No. As a child, when your mother drags you, it will be like a survival threat only. At that moment, what you felt about you as you, powerless, victim, and what you felt about others, means your mother, others and life, your mother, cruel, unjust, and how you decided to show you to the world, to others, to your mother, by trying to put up a strong face. No, leave me. I want to go and play only there. Don't touch me. You scream. That is what is the first outer image you build. Listen. When you want to protect yourself from the life, defend yourself from the life, the alternative compensating identity you create for yourself is outer image. Alternative compensating identity, that is outer image. Now already, how many of you have started remembering some incident in your life when you started building your inner image, outer image and life image? Raise your hand. How many of you already started remembering some incident Oh, I think from this incident only I started building my image. Great. Can we take few moments? Can we all pen down when we started building our image? When we started building our image. Always you build your inner image, outer image before the age of 7. So you have to remember something happened before 7. If you really can't remember, then remember anything after happened after 7 also, it's okay, but as young as possible, as earliest as possible, remember and pen down the earliest inner image you had about you. Pen that down. The earliest outer image you had about you. Pen down that. The earliest others image you had about you. So you had about the world, sorry. The earliest life image. The earliest image you had about life. Please listen. Earliest inner image you had about you. Earliest outer image you showed about you. Earliest life image you had about life. Pen down all these three. And the incident. Pen down all these three and the incident. When you start building these three images, pen down the incident also. Genesis of your identity. Take the earliest memory in your life where you are not okay with what is happening in that situation. This means that you are experiencing an incompletion. Relive the entire situation in detail. If emotions come, let them come. Write down. Write down the statements you made about yourself and the feelings you had about you. Inner image. Usually this takes the form of I am weak or I am mistake prone. Second, write down how you projected yourself to others in that situation. Outer image. You may have projected that you are weak, powerless, angry or brave. This is related to how you act in that situation. Third, write down your view of the other person or the world or life in that situation, life image. Go through situations and incidents from your earliest memory till now. Look at all the identities you have cognized. In each of those situations, identify the dominant pattern that repeats again and again in many of these situations. Please pen down. if you finished, listen. Please listen and then raise your hand. How many of you found out the pattern with which you are building incompletion and suffering in your life now? With all this intra-analysis, if you have found out the pattern with which you are creating suffering in your life, please raise your hand. If you have not found out, please raise your hand. If you still have a doubt, confusion, raise your hand. Now even in raising hand there is a doubt and confusion. Come on. Let me ask again. How many of you are clear that the pattern with which you are creating incompletions in your life again and again, you have stumbled upon it? Raise your hand. How many of you have not found out? Raise your hand. For all of you, self-doubt and self-confusion is the pattern. In anything you do, the SDHD, self-doubt and self-confusion will be the pattern. Now, few minutes I will give you. Any other incompletions you have in your life, like all the time you are worried about money, all the time you are worried about health, all the time you are worried about death, all the time you are worried about relationships, any other incompletion, powerlessness you have in your life, pen down that incompletion and the incident from where you developed that incompletion. Pen down both. We will spend little time on it. Come on.